Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. The next morning, I have a video coming up. I'm going to show you the stern tube installation. But first thing, I wanted to get this off to you and say that Chrysalida took a little video on her camera in portrait mode. So that will be coming up next. And that's just showing me putting all the wires back together in the waterproof box for the mass connection. So bear with that for about 30 seconds or whatever, and then after that we'll get into the stern tube installation. Hope you like the video.
Eso, aquí. Todas las líneas allá. Eso.
Okay, hello and welcome. I'm Tim and this is SV Paquita, and we are surrounded by a whole group of people, as is the norm here at, we are recording, right? As is the usual here at the Jolly Skipper Boatyard. You can see the beautiful girls here are resting with a beverage, and Chris, the owner, even though it's after dinner, the sun is getting late, he's over here and he wants to make sure I do the job right, so he's over here. I wanted to tell you a little story before we get going about this. You see this right here? So we've talked about this before, but this is the shaft, this is the new stern tube, and these are the nuts. Now remember, the old bolts used to go this way, and then I couldn't get in because look at this. You see how skinny this is? You have to reach down in here. It's like impossible to do that. You might stand a chance to get something on this one, but you're never getting around without taking out the shaft to get the one underneath it because the shaft is in the way, and you can see how skinny this is. So talking with Colin Mack at Mack Yacht Services, he sent this up and he's like, Tim, let me tell you, all of our guys do it this way now. They put the bolts in this way, and then they put in two nuts, and the nuts will cancel out the bolts from spinning. And so then we suck it together and all that's good. Well, that sounded like a great idea, and I was all happy, and all the stress I've had for weeks and weeks and weeks was dissolved. And then came time for me to figure out how I'm going to get those bolts down in there underneath the shaft, underneath the stern tube, and through the hole over here. And I went over to Chris, that's Chris, and I told him, I said, listen, there comes a point when an engineer has to go to the guy on the floor and say, look, I have an idea, but I don't really turn a wrench. Does this make sense? Isn't that about what I said to you?
Word for word.
And so I had this idea because, you know, I'm like a super smart guy. So I was going to get baling wire and jam baling wire up there and try somehow to bond that, whether it be through an adhesive or hopefully soldering, or maybe even Chris would weld it on there or something like that, and then pull the wire through. And so before I did that, luckily, your old buddy Tim had a brilliant, what would you just call it?
No, my name's Chris.
we could just call it divine intervention. All of a sudden, I said, you know what? Before you start doing anything, maybe you should ask a guy who's been doing this for like 35 years. So I come over and I say, Chris, am I crazy? Is this what I... He goes, you're overthinking this. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, Dad, don't talk to me like this. I'm a grown-ass man. Don't tell me. He says, you're overthinking this. I said, was it going to work or isn't it going to work? He goes, heat shrink. And I was like, what? He goes, heat shrink. So, oh my God, he's absolutely right. So I have moved the fiberglass little things, but I've showed you a million times this fiberglass rods that I run for fishing, that I fish wires back and forth. So yeah, there's the heat shrink right there. We'll put the fiberglass thing in there. I ran the fiberglass thing up there, put the heat shrink on with a bolt on it, pulled it right through. Look at that, it was great. And that sounds wonderful. Truth be told, I started with the hard one first, figuring that if we got the hard one done, the top one would be easier, wouldn't be a big deal. Well, I did the bottom one, and I did my happy dance, and I celebrated, and I was all happy, and Chrysalida was ecstatic. She actually was lining it up for me and all this. Everything was great. And then I remembered, in my haste, I didn't put the washer on. So we had to push it out and do it all over again. But anyway, washers are back there. We're ready. We got washers over here. You only see one nut right here, and you can see that this is moving. That's not going to be an issue. We're going to go, and right now Chris is going to go, and he's going to help me. We're going to goop all this up with 5200. There are some people that say you should use 4000, and 4000 will make it so that you can undo it later. This last job lasted for 24 years, and I'm thinking 5200s always work well in my world, and so I think we're going to stick with 5200. We're going to put 5200 in here. We're going to goop it all up. We're going to get it good. And then we're going to crank down the bolts. When they start to move, we'll put other bolts on the other side. Stall the bolts out for moving. Then the nuts will get it all together. And once we get it all set, there'll be some bolts that stick out, some threads. And at that point, once it's all, in a couple days or whatever, I could saw them off if I want, or I could leave them, but I just figured there'll be more places for marine growth to grow on. But anyway, that's that. So I am going to go.
Don't forget, we're using Nylox, so you don't have to worry about the nut backing off.
That is true.
Which a lot of people don't use.
I would have gotten. Oh, see, this is what I was looking for. These are my. I've told you this before, and I told this my buddy Sput from Damage Control Sailing on SV Validated. I told him this was the tool I used the most in my toolbox, and he went out and got it. And I think he uses it all the time too. This is what I used with the heat shrink on the end of it. You can see there's still some on there. And I would have gotten 2 nuts. Chris went out and got 2 nuts plus 4 nylon locking nuts so that we will be good to go. I'm going to shut this off and show you when we're all done, because I can't hold this and get all covered in 5200 all at the same time. All right, so now we're back.
What's my motivation here?
You got a
camera operator.
We want no water in the people tank.
Yes, no water. Okay, so we have the 5200, and I usually think bigger is better.
Absolutely.
But Chris says that this is more than enough than we need, and we're going to go and put this in. And are we ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
I'm going to give you this. And Chris, am I correct in thinking that we should just poo-poo this in?
Just put it everywhere.
All right, so I'm going to start.
It's all going to smear out and flatten out when we get done anyway. So.
Yeah, so I'm going to go and make sure that because of gravity, I'm going to put it above the bolt so that it'll make sure that it goes there, and get it on the top of the tube.
And make sure you're squeezing the bottom of the tube.
Oh,
so
yes.
It can get harder.
Oh, that reminds me, I should really be brushing my teeth more. Okay, Chris, I'm going to give you this. All right?
Yep.
So I got my end done. And I'm thinking I don't have to do everything because it's going to squeeze out, right?
Yep, it's all going to squeeze out anyway.
All right.
So just make sure you get it all around the tube.
All right.
As the tube goes in, it'll smear into it a little bit like this. So I'll save a little bit for you on that side.
All right, all right. And we have Daphne running the camera. Thank you very much, Daphne. I have been talking about the sense of community here at the Jolly Skipper Boatyard, and I don't know that everybody understands what I'm really saying there, but it's pretty cool. And this is a good example of it. We're all hanging out. It's the end of the day. We've all been sweating like whores in church. Now it's at the end of the day. We're ready. So I'm thinking do we let this set up or do we just start
Nope,
screwing
just
it in?
Push it. Well, the thing to do is just to slide
Do-
this in first.
All right, so I'm gonna I'm gonna pull the shaft back.
Yeah,
there we
and
go.
we just maybe just let the shaft just
yeah,
relax, and
all
then
right.
we'll just kind of smear it up in there. Because
All
what
right.
we're gonna do is pull these bolts to us, and
Oh, should I be? Should I get a screw like needle nose pliers or no?
no,
Everything's
it
gonna
shouldn't. The 5200 is gonna grip it pretty well.
be okay. Cool.
So what we're gonna do is just gonna pull these bolts like this. See
Oh, look at that! It's covered very well.
So there'll be enough friction with the 5200 to hold it in there. So you screw that one.
Yeah, yeah.
One
And
is this one. So
Brad has been asking in the comments to make sure that I show all of this stuff. So Brad, you should be very happy with all this. And you have the old clickety there if you put it on the other side.
is it gonna reach up in there?
No, it's not
I've
going
been
to
trying
fit.
to get the clickety.
Sometimes
I think
it's a little salt
it's
water. And
It's a little salty and old, like the owner of the boat.
yeah, well, that happens.
At least the girls are having fun.
I'm telling you. Oh, I can't tell you how happy I am. This is... I was mentioning this in this morning's video, saying how it's almost... I don't think that... You know, I've been very fortunate that I don't think that I've ever really suffered with mental illness, but I get very happy very easily, and I get very sad easily as well. And I got to tell you, I didn't know what to do. When we got the rig up, I was like, this is this awful job, and it's gonna suck so bad. I don't know where to start. And it was so cool. I went over to Chris and said, Chris, I don't know what to do. And he goes, oh, no problem. If you have a problem, come over. I'll help you. I mean,
Counseling's free around here.
See, I charge for that.
how often do you find anything like that on any other? Let me have that and do the same thing over here as well, too. That's a great idea.
It just keeps it clean.
Yep.
See, so now we're getting to the point where we're gonna need
Yeah.
another nut.
Okay. I will reach over into the depths of Folger. Okay, coming in with a nylock.
Did you remember to bring a second wrench?
No, but I will go. I have one really handy that's a cusset wrench. Is it crescent or cusset?
Crescent.
Crescent, like a crescent moon.
A Crescent is a company that made.
Oh, it's not the moon. It's not the. Okay, hang on. I'm going to get the crescent wrench. I think a real sailor should never have a crescent wrench on board. Isn't that right?
It's a hammer.
All right. So, I have got the pliers
All right, I'll take the pliers.
and the crescent wrench.
We're gonna be cutting these threads off anyway.
Right, exactly. You're right, exactly.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold this, put a little snuff on it.
This is my version of Tom Sawyer painting the fence.
And then
Oh, this is so exciting! Oh, I guess I got to put the.
it's broke now. Take it all apart.
I guess we got to loosen up on the grub screws, right?
Yep. Yeah, we'll have to drive it back in, but that's okay.
That's okay. We can do
That's
that.
no problem.
Could happen to anybody, boss.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, so now we're gonna tighten these. We'll tighten these up. Should have probably told you to grab some paper towel.
Yeah, let me go do that right now. And Daphne, if you get, I think we've shown almost everything that's cool to see. If it gets boring, hit the stop button.
So I noticed that there's no thread locker on the set screws.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's important.
Oh, that's really good. See
So
that?
we're gonna take this back out, and we're gonna put just a touch. Now I'm using blue removable.
Yep.
You don't want to Loctite it in for life.
Yeah,
In
we
case you ever
don't.
have to change again.
We don't need a smoke wrench to get in there.
Yep. So we're just gonna put a little bit on there, and then this will ensure that the cutlass bearing doesn't walk itself out.
Like it just did when I pulled on it.
That's right.
Well, that was, to be fair, they just put it in place. They didn't tighten it up.
So we're gonna do both
Awesome.
sides that way.
Awesome. And you know, do I need to keep telling you guys how great the Jolly Skipper Boatyard is? Remember, this guy's had his dinner. He's been working since 6 in the morning. His wife's over there. My wife's over there. One of his kids over here. The sun's going down, and he comes over here, helps me out, and finds that I wasn't going to put Loctite
I
on
just
there.
wanted to make sure you're gonna do it right.
Oh, yes, of course. I absolutely knew that.
You can have your tool back.
Thank you very much. And that, my friends, not only is that a stern tube installation, I still have to put on the stuffing box. But that shouldn't be a big deal. And then the big deal that Chris has promised me is not a big deal, but that's maybe because he's just keeping me calm. But I'm really worried about putting that shaft back into that thing. Nope.
That was much easier than what we just did now.
All right, good deal. So we're getting really close, folks, and thank you so much for watching. Listen, if this is something that you get anything out of, be sure to like and subscribe. If you are cheap and you don't want to buy us a beer, by hitting that super thanks button, and if you hit a super thanks button, I'll be taking this guy out for a few beers as well. If you want to support us another way, you can be a patron. I'll put a link in the description. And Sammy over here, Sammy has been rocking our merch channel, and I'll put a link in the description for that. She just come out with these 15 ounce ceramic cups that are magnificent. I can't believe how great they are. But anyway, if you get anything out of this and you don't want to spend that kind of money doing any of that stuff, then go ahead and smash that like and subscribe. Sounds silly, but it really helps out the channel. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe, and as always, I'll see you on the one.